Dudes, gorillas. Gorillas. Ace. Now, we must talk. Ace from the Gang Green Gang and Gorillaz. Okay, let's see if they got a press release so we can get something out of this. So the role hijinks instigator basis. This is now falls to Ace, a member of the Gang Green Gang. And then it, yeah, we know. He not the original. Ace is not original creation. Rather, he debuted in Whoop Ass Still. Da da da. Does he even say? Does he even say why he's there? I don't know. I gotta answer Vic in a minute. I can't answer him if the she's keep on popping up for a minute. So I can actually do this. I'll talk to Vic in a minute. Free free Murdoch campaign. Oh, let me look. I need to go on Twitter now. I need to fucking go on Twitter. But this is interesting. This is some interesting ass news. Yeah, but why and how? Did they just go into town show? Did Ace lead the gang, Green Gang? Because after a while, all that juvenile shit just got boring? Like, what? I have so many fucking questions, mate. Like, really? And, guys, let's be real, man. Murdoch basically, but Murdoch be causing so much problems with the band. I mean, is it such a bad idea if he just stays in jail for a while? Free the Finn Hulk. I mean, I don't know. Guys. Mostly the shit that happens to the gorillas is sometimes Murdoch's fault. Would we really be that? Would it really be a bad idea if we just let Murdoch kind of, just stay in jail for a while? You know, where he could probably let his pickle to good use. Bugsy, no. Come on, man. He don't even deserve that, even though he did a lot of bad shit. You gotta be real. Oh, man. But I love setting bars. Like, it's right up there with fucking Feel Good Inc. And Clint Eastwood. I love that too. There's a lot of good songs with the Gorillaz, and sometimes it can be hit or miss. Their last album, being other than Saturn Bars, I really didn't listen to most of their songs. Some of them really was like, most of them had a fuck Trump mentality. I was like, not you guys, don't get political too. It's not the fact that they were talking about Trump. I just hate it when bands get super fucking political. You know? Hate that shit. Dudes, we should have fucking did We should do the Sonic fan movie. Oh yeah, we haven't done that since. We haven't done it since it initially came out. I remember you, me, and Har stayed up all night just to be the first ones to watch that movie. Yeah, that's back when your computer was down and we were like, can I just say I don't really care if they use Green Hill Zone again? I just don't care, guys. Like, oh, you guys really want us to care and talk about it? Well, Green Hill is iconic, so people are going to be so that's why they're never gonna really get rid of it. Okay, it's the first level. It's the first level everybody knows. I know people keep using the old. Hey, dude, this movie world. That one dude, Comic Zones, is he? Dude, who knows where that dude is? And let's just be glad that he's gone. Okay, let's just be glad that that man is gone. Probably got his ass thrown in jail with all the stuff he did. That's the funny thing about. That was the funny thing about Movie World. He'd be think like the motherfucker just never really, like Comic Zones. He never understood that it doesn't matter if you're a fan of DC or Marvel. The point is DC right now is not really doing anything. They're just trying to catch up with Marvel instead of actually just making something a little bit more cohesive. And they think by making everything dark without a purpose is the way to go. And I hate that. I only know this because Bugsy talks about it in at nauseum. I'm sorry, but when everybody talks about the DCU, I'm like the DCEU. I'm just like, dude, I hate the DCEU because this is what happens when you get Zack Snyder This is what happens when you give Zack Snyder the power of these fucking characters. He does whatever the fuck he wants. And that's the thing I really hated about Movie World because he's one of those fans that, despite the fact that he hated The Dark Knight for the exact same reason we don't like the DCEU, for the exact same fucking reason, he still calls us dude called us Marvel cocksuckers for that. I'm like, boy, you delusional. We're DC fans. We love DC and Marvel, and we can tell. See, true fans, unlike certain other fans, like Double for Anime. Oh, sorry. You know, even though you're a fan of something, you can pick something apart or find something isn't really that doesn't really gel. And yeah, some of you could say, "Oh, it's nitpicky," but there are some things, and we can all acknowledge this. Something's wrong with the DC EU. Okay, something's wrong with it. You know, there's a reason why they're not doing so well. There's a reason. It's because they're trying to catch up to Marvel so desperately. They don't care about building up a world. They care about catching up with Marvel and trying to get that money. That's all they fucking care about. That's what they're trying to do. But instead, they could actually try and build the universe up. Maybe if they do a Flashpoint movie and just build the universe up again. But I think they're setting up for Infinite Crisis. Even if they are, man, there's only one thing that really really just pisses me off about it. What's that? They need when they do the Flashpoint movie, They need to erase everything that Zack Snyder tried to do. They need to they need to give us a they need to give us a few Superman movies, a few Batman movies, and a few Wonder Woman movies. So we know these characters, so they can be set up for an actual movie where they're all together and it makes sense. Instead of just catching up to Marvel because that's the thing to do. And we saw Deadpool. It was freaking awesome. And I haven't watched Infinity War yet, but we're going to. And you all can basically get all some of you guys who just don't like Marvel and feel like, we're all just overhyping Marvel and we'll all wake up. Listen to me. Listen to me. Like, honestly, guys, I know you're getting tired of all the superhero movies. That's the whole reason you all say that. I feel like James Cameron is just jealous because, Marvel's making that money. Okay? Marvel is making a lot of fucking money from just Infinity Wars. Have you seen the numbers? Fuck, I can buy a small island with, with everything my fucking heart desires with that kind of money. Well, everything that I could buy with money. But you know what I'm saying? But you guys are like, well, I hope you guys wake up and learn. Let me just say something. Hating on something that everybody else likes doesn't make you cool. It just makes you into a dipwad who can't enjoy people having fun. And I'm talking about the people who loudly proclaim their hate. They want everybody to know about their fucking hate. And they roll their eyes at their friends and talk about, why do you like this thing? Kind of like Comic Zones was back in the day, you know. But and when they do it on YouTube, they just want to stand out, be like, oh, this is the guy who hates the Marvel movies, and then more idiots jump in because they want to be like, oh yeah, I feel the same way, and sometimes that could basically that could basically mean that could totally basically mean that probably people do feel that way. But I feel like the person who starts it first knows that it's popular, knows that he can probably make a big old knee jerk reaction on YouTube if he talks about it, and everybody hate on it. You want to know how I know all this? Because when I did my Thundercats video, I got so much. I got like 85 views that week. That week alone, by just hating, by just fake making a joke and making a joke at the internet's expense, and fucking I got 80 fucking views in 1 week. 1 week, guys. See, and it just even though I didn't set out to make a video where I could just farm hate views, but it does speak true to the actual point. When people say, "Oh, they hate this for the sake of hating this," that's how they get enough. That's how they get enough views. I don't want to get those views just because you guys can't see when a person's actually joking and people, you shouldn't want those views either, because when you start being the one dude that hates everything, and you're not trying to be joking, you're not trying to joke or use hyperbole, they're always gonna know you as that. Like, I remember people would always approach me and think, oh hey, you're the ranting guy. Like I'll be like in a chat room or in like an MMO, and people be like, "You're the ranting guy, aren't you?" I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, I rant, but I do other things too." And that shit can be very, 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 very rage-inducing. It makes you mad. It makes you angry. Hell, it makes me angry. whenever I think about it. But hey, for those of you that want to be known as the guy who just hates on everything, and you don't mean it in a joking way, that's on you. You should be known by the content of your work.
How's it going, everybody?
All I'm saying.
I play 35 hours of Forces here, and as some of you may know, the 5th issue of IDW's Sonic the Hedgehog comic book series came out, and I'm just going to go through my thoughts of it quickly. And a little warning, because comic book issues are so short, it's hard to talk about them without spoiling the stories. So if you haven't, Sonic doesn't entirely trust Eggman, because Eggman's probably done the same thing before. He said he's become good, but that was a lie. And the head of the village said that he checked out Eggman. Eggman seemed to have lost all his memories, has no memories
Bullshit!
of being villainous, and the chaotic.
Bullshit! He was like, I'll fix that little red wagon. Like, he was gonna look at that freaking Mobian booty. It was like, go take that kid's booty. What? Bugsy, what? I don't know, man.
Have observed Eggman, and they also have confirmed that Eggman has lost his memory. Now, Badniks start attacking the village, and then Sonic gets suspicious that Eggman has sent that attack, so he goes finds Eggman. Eggman seems scared. He starts like building like this little fort for the kids with tables. So Sonic's like, "Oh, Eggman."
But maybe he did lose his memory, Bugs. Bullshit! We like in every fucking version of Sonic Mania, it always goes like, "Oh, Eggman has lost his memory. Oh, Eggman doesn't want to fight anymore." No. If Eggman ever wanted to really quit, he would have done it. He would have done it. He would have done it no matter what anybody said. But I'm gonna read that issue later because I want to read it. I do want to read it because goddamn, I'm just wondering how Eggman's gonna freaking get out of this. Like how Eggman's gonna blow his cover. He's gonna be like, "Oh, Sonic." I was just joking, and I'm gonna be like, "No shit, motherfucker, no shit." So so Bugs. Anything else beyond Good and Evil 2? Oh yeah, I forgot about that shit. Oh, Arlo made a video about Nintendo hypocrisy. Boys, do you want to get in on that? A ruthless tyrant. Alright, hold on, Prime. Come on, G, what are you doing? Oh, I'm, texting. While we're in the middle of a video, man. Oh, I'm just getting some text from Blonde. And not sexual texts. I remember I did that just to kind of, heighten up the actual comedy of the actual thing. But, I'm getting texts. And from Vert. And from Neptune, they worry about me a lot. I've come from far and am now greeted by I know how that feels. I'm like, I told him I'm fine.
Before we get started, I've got to say, holy pants, you guys. Holy pants. 250,000 subscribers and 25 million views. That's pure insanity. I cannot even. It's hard for me to give each of these releases the same amount of credit. But you know what? Let's do it. For the sake of this whole comparison, let's do it. Let's say the Wii U was just as Splatoony as the Switch is. But this is where the whole thing falls apart. We're left with 4 game comparisons, and let me tell you that they are not good comparisons. First, let's look at the most bizarre one on the list. Super Mario Maker and Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle. Those aren't the same game, or the same series. I don't know if you noticed. Mario is the only common element here. And yeah, Mario Maker is indeed something that the Wii U has over the Switch right now, until the inevitable port or sequel comes our way. But Mario & Rabbids is a big third-party exclusive tactical RPG adventure with awesome gameplay and a story and bosses and amazing cutscenes. You cannot try to downplay it by sticking it next to Mario Maker and suggesting that that's the same thing. You can't downplay it at all. It's something brand new, very awesome, and exclusively Switch. Moving on, though, we've got Kirby. Yeah, these are both Kirby games. Thing is, as unimpressed with Star Allies as I was, it was still a traditional mainline Kirby game, not a touch control
And
sequel
it's
to a
and it's
DS.
fun as hell. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what those other dudes said. Like, yeah, Kirby, I'm like, motherfucker, let me just enjoy my fucking Kirby ass game, okay? Let me enjoy my Kirby game, for fuck's sake.
Kirby spin-off. And trust me, I've been on the wrong side of this argument before. There is a difference between mainline Kirby and spin-off Kirby, especially in these specific cases. One of these drummed up a lot of hype and garnered a lot of sales. The other, at least from my perspective, came and went without much fanfare at all. Now we're really cooking though. Breath of the Wild. It baffles me that anyone would consider this a fair comparison. Yes, both the Wii U and the Switch have this phenomenal game. But the Wii U didn't get it until its very last day of being alive. The game did not exist on the Wii U until the day its replacement hit store shelves. If it had released on Wii U a year or two before, this would be a different story. The game would
And to
have
be
caught up that
honest,
live.
I'm still kind of on the. Actually, where is my? Because I'm gonna go. I'm gonna finish Breath of the Wild on the. I'm gonna finish Breath of the Wild on the Wii U, and then we're gonna go into the Switch.
Library and driven more people to actually buy Wii U's. We would have been like, holy cow, this is an amazing Wii U game. The Wii U is much more valuable now. But coming right at the end like that, it didn't end up counting for much. If anyone looked at Breath of the Wild and said, I'm going to buy whatever system that game is on so that I can play it, can't. You just can't. You cannot tell me that I'm a hypocrite for being underwhelmed by Mario in a catsuit and considerably more excited for Mario riding a lion creature through a huge desert.
People just didn't like Super Mario 3D World as much as a lot of people did, and you can't compare those two to freaking. You can't compare that to freaking Super Mario Odyssey. I don't care how any of you feel. I don't care how any of you anti-Nintendo fans feel. This game pushed the envelope of what you can do with Mario, and there's still a lot of the envelope that still needs to be pressed. But, y'all can be like, oh, yeah, Bugsy and the others don't know what they're talking about because, I just think it's overrated. Well, hey, that's your opinion, dude, but fuck me, I was floored. And I still haven't collected every single fucking moon yet. I beat the main game, but there is still so much to still do.
And possessing a dinosaur and
And
fighting a giant.
also, with the rumors I've been hearing, there's gonna be more stuff. So, whatever. You guys can say it's easy. You guys can say they hand the moons out to him, but whatever. Play one of those fucking challenge levels, I swear. Do it. Do it if you think it's fucking easy. If you're such a fucking gamer, I dare you. I double dog dare you, motherfucker. Do it. Damn, Bugsy, calm down. No. I'm issuing this challenge to a certain true Mario fan. I'm throwing down the gauntlet. Do that shit. How about that? How about that, man? Do all the fucking challenge levels that freaking Super Mario Odyssey has, and then tell me it's easy. Because Super Mario Odyssey may be good, and it may give you a lot of moons, but it will smack you in the face and be like, bitch, you want this moon? You ain't gonna get it too. You ain't gonna get it easy.
Robot Bug in the Rain, and returning to the open format that I've been hoping and praying for 15 years. Say what you will about the deeper elements of level design. If you tell me that in many ways 3D World is a better designed game than Odyssey, I won't even tell you you're wrong. I will very much respect that opinion, and I'll even agree with you to a point. But when talking about commercial appeal, you can't underestimate the value of wow factor. See, these last three games are the
Wow
strongest
factor and the
example.
fact that it's so big and it hasn't been this big. It hasn't been this big since Super Mario 64. Hell, the thing dwarfs Super Mario 64 and freaking Super Mario Sunshine. And I love those games to death. They are near and dear to my fucking heart as a gamer. They are about as close to me as freaking Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 are. But I can't tell you that I don't fucking like that I can't tell you that I hate Odyssey because I don't. Like, I mean, sure, for some people, I guess the childhood wonder phase may have pulled you out, but I swear, just by not even really nostalgia pandering that as much, it made me feel like a kid again. It made me feel like a time where there was just a kid in his room and desire, and a want to complete a Mario game by himself. And rebeating Sunshine, and maybe even doing 64 again with the updated textures. At least I achieved what I set out to do. And maybe it's not as personal to you as it is to me. But at the end of the day, Super Mario Odyssey fucking rocks. Okay? It actually had me compelled. It actually had me make a theory about Pauline being with Mario. And I don't make theories for just anything. So, yeah. Moving on.
Of why this whole comparison doesn't make sense. And yes, that's only 2 out of 12 in the image.
And Breath of the Wild, regardless of what anybody may say, and regardless of all those hardcore Zelda fans that say it lost its way, it's at least trying something new, guys. It can try to do something new. It's not a bad thing. If you guys don't like change, cool. I understand. But to me, I think this series needed a little bit of change. I don't care what you all say. Because I'll defend this game to my dying breath. It may go back to the old ways of doing things. It may go back to just straight up dungeons and the old Zelda formula. But what you can't, folks, what you can't take away from it, what you can't take away from Breath of the Wild, is the fact that, okay, for a second there, I thought you almost showed me a gallery poster, but good.
You crazy boy. No, I'm talking about cousin.
My cousin just showed me a poster of Hunter x Hunter, which I thought was a straight up yaoi poster. I was like, shit, no! Anyways, like, guys, you can't fault Breath of the Wild for one thing. I know some of you are set in your ways. I know some of you really just want the old Zelda formula, but certain things need to grow and change. And you all should too. That's what I should have said to freaking ISO. That's what I really should have said to her. Sometimes things gotta change, people, and you can't always sit there and hide. Trust me. I've been fighting change this a few months now. And I can't always, even I can't win, man. We all gotta change sometimes in a lot of different ways. And yes, it may be scary. Yes, it may not be the norm. Yes, it may not even be what you really truly want. But at the end of the day, Nintendo at least tried something that didn't probably win the core Zelda audience, but for the other Zelda audience who really wanted to try something new, Breath of the Wild was a breath of fresh air. Whether you like that or not. That's the only thing you can't deny. And plus, we get a kind of actual kind of definitive thing about this Link and Zelda, and yeah, that Zelda really does like Link. And she got nice booty. She got nice booty. What'd you say? What'd you say? What'd you say, Bugsy? She got nice booty. She got a nice booty. Anyways, let's just keep moving on. I don't want to. I think my point is negated because I said that shit.
Most of the other games are good games, but they're not system sellers. And I'm sorry because I've said it so many times before, and I probably said I'd try not to say it again, but most of the Wii U's games were just not system sellers. The Switch has the likes of Breath of the Wild and Odyssey to actually get units into people's homes. Then it has all that.
I mean, people weren't even swayed when the Switch came out, but when they saw fucking, like, my friend McCleary, you know, he fucking he didn't want to get a Switch, but I told him about Super Mario, you know, he saw Super Mario Odyssey, and I told him about it, and he got a Switch just so he can play Super Mario Odyssey. I know you anti-Nintendo fans just think it's all childish, it's all stupid. We should totally just buck up and get a PC and play all our shit on that and emulate it all. But personally, if it makes me a kid, if I like a game from Nintendo, well, I don't want to be a fucking. In that case, I'd rather be your definition of a non-adult. Because personally, to me, I am an adult. I don't fucking care. I don't care because you can say whatever you want about Nintendo, but you can't ever take away. You can never take away all the stuff that they have done. Like, you can never take away the stuff that Sega has done. You can scoff, you can laugh, you can even make fun of Sonic, but you can never take away what Sega did for the gaming market. Like, you can never take away what Sonic did. And for all you little PC players, I bet you the Nintendo was your first console. So don't you dare sit there and be like, well, I don't like Nintendo, but that was your first console. I think Nintendo's kidding. It didn't bother you when you were a kid. That's all I gotta say. Mic drop. G took over for me when I halfway into the rant. Oh, but I wonder why you have so much admiration for Nintendo, eh? Shut up! Time, not now. Shut up, man. Shut up. Let's just keep going with the video.
That other stuff to supplement. Mario Kart and Smash are indeed system sellers to a certain extent, and the Wii U did have those games, but apparently those just weren't enough by themselves. There just weren't enough of those big hitters to make the system worth buying for most people, even with Kart and Smash. And of course, both of those games were multiplayer games, leaving people who preferred single-player experiences out in the cold. And here's another thing about these two lists of games. The Wii U games you see here released throughout the system's entire 4.5-year run. Months and months would go by without anything interesting coming out. But these Switch games, not even 2 years. And in fact, if you take Smash off the list, these games all fit into 16 months. That many games in 16 months.
Nintendo is like a machine, a well-oiled machine right now. And all you Nintendo haters that really want to get on our dicks about the whole thing. Yonk? How you doing there? How you doing there, bro? When did you? How? decided to teleport in instead. Anyways, Bugsy's right. Because really, Arlo Bugs is right. Because at least because Nintendo is kicking maybe not kicking a lot of ass when it comes to PlayStation or they damn sure kicking Xbox's ass. I'm sorry, G. I know you and your Vertipoo have a lot of things going on. How do you know that? I didn't. I just made it up. Fuck! Vertipoo, eh? After this video, we got a lot to talk about. Guys, can we not embarrass the man? Alright. Let's get back to the point. But yeah, Sea of Thieves is not really doing that great. It could, like, I actually have hope that Sea of Thieves might rise because honestly, they got the proper theme, the proper setting, and the proper stuff. They just need to work on it a little bit more than what they're doing now. I have hope in Microsoft. I have hope that they'll rise to the occasion. I hope that and I'll be looking at Microsoft's press conference this year. Hard doesn't have to be settled with it. Bugsy. Ah, dude, that's kind of a running gag. No, dude, he doesn't like Microsoft. I do. Let me handle it, okay? Fine. That good, good wolf. Fuck you. I'm not a dog. In either case, Bugsy, get to the point.
Gen systems that sold for $200, the only benefit to help justify the price being the gamepad, which was just never that exciting. It was clunky, and for many people, myself included, it was difficult splitting attention between it and the TV. Some games supported off-TV play on the gamepad, but you still had to be sitting right there for it to work.
And sometimes, and I gotta be real with this, like, I love the fucking gamepad. I love my Wii U. I mean, I've been busy with other games, but I love the shit out of my Wii U. But the fact of the matter, how Star Fox Zero wanted you to pay attention to both the screen you hold and the TV screen, you couldn't do it. You'd have to have eyes of a fucking chameleon just to do it. And I want Star Fox Zero to come. I want Star Fox Zero to basically get a port and fix some of the problems because you can still salvage this game. I swear.
It was just a less good system, plain and simple. It didn't attract buyers like the Switch does because it wasn't as good a product as the Switch.
And the name, again, Bugsy. Bugsy, seriously, man. Guys, don't tell me it could have been called the Wii 2 or the Wii Tee Flea. What the fuck? Bugsy. God damn, shut the fuck up. Your freaking bad jokes are contagious. Okay, that was a joke. But they could have called it something else like the Super Wii or something even more. Or maybe even the Nintendo Nintendo gyroscopic or something cool. Because when people saw Wii U, they saw, is this like an add-on? Is this another system? Like, what is this? I mean, for me and everybody else, we knew it was another console. But for everybody who wasn't in the know, they thought it was an add-on.
Which is. And yeah, marketing and all that factor in as well, but that mostly affects the casual crowd. We're talking about the alleged hypocritical Nintendo fans here. And the truth of the matter is, if any of them didn't buy the Wii U, it was because they didn't feel the Wii U was worth buying. If they're buying Switches now, it's because they feel the Switch is worth buying. And there's no arguing that. You can't reasonably claim that.
I mean, man, we could play fucking LA Noire. I mean, we're gonna be playing a fucking co-op Pokemon game. Even though it's like Pokemon Go and basically all wild battles are taken out, I don't fucking care. I mean, you can make an overpowered team nowadays because of the XP share, so it's like you're not really missing much because you know some people are like, oh, but what if you got like overpowered Pokemon? And what if you like get overpowered Pokemon just by catching them? I'm like, dude, and freaking Sun and Moon. I didn't even play that game really. A friend had it, and I saw what he was doing. But the XP share is the reason why you can have an overpowered team. If they do another Pokemon game on the Switch, they would have to be able to take out the XP share for the people who want to actually grind. You know, have it as an option.
These people are wrong or being hypocritical, because despite what some may feel, there is no agenda here. Millions of people weren't convening and scheming over how they might rob the Wii U of its success, only to turn around and make the Switch sell way better by comparison just to do it. Nobody had a total.
Nah, they just said, you know, we don't want to get the Wii U. People have been talking bad about it. We don't feel like we need to get it. And people saw the Switch and they were like, they saw that commercial and they were like, shit, boy, I want to grab the Switch. I want to get that for me, for myself, for everything I want to do with it. You know? And people now are just like, and the numbers don't lie. People are buying more Switches than they ever have Wii U's. And even though I feel like the Wii U really didn't do anything wrong, but from a business standpoint, I do understand. You know, I'm not a blind motherfucker with his hand down his pants that don't know what's going on. I'm looking straight forward, and I see the real problem with the Wii U. But that's pretty much all I got.
Bias against the Wii U just because this fan base is hypocritical does not exist. It isn't a thing. I could make an entire video on this one.
And I wonder out of the 5 stupid anti-Nintendo fans who said that shit. I bet you it was Black Pawn. I bet you it was Black Pawn or Broken Games or any of those motherfuckers. Because usually, when you want to hear something stupid, it's usually those guys. Or probably some other dude that got spurred on by all of them.
Idea, and believe me, I've been wanting to for years, but the whole thing where people try to suggest that each fan base should have one single voice and that any opposing opinions within a fan base are contradictory is ridiculous.
Yeah, I always kind of hated that too. As the Van Brad Basher, doing the whole Van Brad Basher thing, every fandom has a big voice. Some people say like certain fandoms shouldn't be listened to when it comes to like Sonic and stuff. Certain fandoms should just die because Five Nights at Freddy's. Other people say like one fandom should have one voice and that's it. But it's not really a fandom if only one person gets to fucking speak. I don't care who you think you are. That's not how it should roll. Even if fandoms are toxic, even if you've heard some horror stories about them, every fan needs to be able to say what they need to say. Even if it's unpopular. Even if no one really gets it. You know what I mean? That's all I gotta say. And please, whoever's making these so-called hip hop, all of us Nintendo fans are being hypocrites. I bought the Wii U and the Switch. What you gotta say? And this video started off with us figuring out that Ace is in the Gorillaz, which I think is so fucking weird. It's so fucking cool. My mind can't even process it, but we just started talking about Nintendo. Because honestly, guys, Nintendo will probably be around after we're all fucking dead. So will fucking Sony and so will fucking Microsoft. So even if you think, Nintendo's gonna go the way of Sega, they're not. Because I may love Sega, but Nintendo, sometimes, when it really comes down to it, when they are pushed in a corner like a fucking caged animal, they will. They will pull through. Whether all you anti-Nintendo fans understand that shit or not, it is what it is. The numbers don't lie. The fact that people are buying Switches in droves don't lie. The fact that we all have all this Switch stuff and other accessories for the Switch doesn't lie. It's the numbers and the people that are getting games that they want to get. Even people who weren't really sold on Splatoon, I hear, are even getting Splatoon that actually are looking at Splatoon 2 and actually buying it. You all that think that Nintendo's just this and that, we're all kids because we're all just men, children, and just freaking we're just men, children that never grew up. We're grown up. You guys, on the other hand, acting the way you do online, talking about Nintendo, talking about all this shit about Nintendo, and you know who you are. I don't even have to say your names. I mean, I may have said Broken Games and freaking Black Blonde, but I know there's a lot more of you who really just have a big old hate hard on for Nintendo. And I know this. The numbers do not lie. Whether you like that, whether you want to accept that or not, people are buying the Switch. And some of you need to accept that. And you know why I wanted to talk about this in particular? Because a lot of people have been bad mouthing Nintendo since the fucking Wii U and can't even accept that the Switch is doing better than Nintendo even anticipated. But you all have fucking hard heads. So I took it upon myself to actually just talk about this stuff. Talked about I didn't talk about Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle because I'm not done with it yet. But I will talk about Breath of the Wild because I'm almost done with that. I will talk about freaking Super Mario Odyssey because I beat that thing. Well, the main story anyway. And for the fact that I didn't talk about Breath of the Wild the way I should have, and basically went to anger as soon as I got provoked about the whole ISO thing, I should have really explained my point a little bit better. And for that, I am sorry. But I still stand by the statement that all gaming franchises need to at least try something new. Maybe not as drastic as Sonic, but something that really truly makes sense. You know what I mean? For them. But that's all I really have to say. This is Bugsy. This is on to the sock to the ever-loving Maru. This is Bugsy G, or Bugsy of Game Industries if you prefer. And this is everybody's favorite delinquent, Yonky B, giving you a nice awesome. See you guys later. Me and the guys are gonna go chill. Actually, Bugsy, I'm gonna have to go. You know, I gotta bounce. I bet you do with your birdsie poo, but we ain't. Remember, when you come back, we ain't done. We ain't done here. We ain't done here, my friend. We're not done. I know, and you're gonna rip on me for it later. I understand. Well, good that you know. And it's good that you know that I don't really mean any ill will to it. I just wanna, I'm a guy who messes with his friends, no matter what. Okay, and Bugs, I'm gonna kind of stick around and go in my own. I'm gonna go in my room and chill a little bit. I haven't been in my room for quite some time, and I just want to chill for a while. If that's cool with you. Oh, sure thing, man. Um, we might need you tomorrow if that's all right. Sure thing, man. Sure thing. I'll do anything you want me to do, no matter what it is, no matter how dumb it is. Thanks, Yonk. I can always count on you. And tomorrow, I can chill for a little bit with you, man. It's been a while. What, is your wife's sister at your house again? Yes, she is, and I'd rather stay far, far away from the war zone, if you get my drift. Same old Ansagamaru. You know why? Because her sister always asks about you, and I don't want to tell her about the whole you're with anything. So, you know, don't worry, little brother. You're doing what you think is right, and I can't hate you for that. So, anyways, see you guys later. Bye, folks. I hope you enjoyed this after video banter that we usually do. And if you don't like it, oh well. That's all we can tell you.